New at 10, Oklahomans for Equality filled Tulsa City Council meeting with messages for local leaders tonight. This wasn't a protest, and there wasn't anything on the agenda that brought them there. Just simply being in the room was their goal.
Fox 23's Paris Rain joins us live in the studio with what their mission was today and for the near future.
Yeah, Nathan and Shay, Oklahomans for Equality's mission at today's City Council meeting was to push for equality and ensure city leaders know the LGBTQ+ community stands strong and united. They also wanted people in their community to learn how City Council works and to be comfortable in that environment.
Well, the world's kind of on fire right now, and knowing how to step into the civic process is a huge part of putting out a lot of those fires.
Let their voices be heard simply by being there. That's why Oklahomans for Equality invited people in the LGBTQ+ community to the City Council meeting Wednesday afternoon. I spoke with Jessica Malloy with OKEQ about what inspired them to show up.
Today, we're just here kind of getting comfortable with the civic process here in Tulsa. We're trying to get members of OKEQ and the wider community comfortable going into these spaces so when they want to speak up, they have the chance.
For some people, supporting the organization inspired them to get involved and to try to make local change.
The city level, the municipal level is where things can actually get done and where we can actually affect change and make a difference. So I'm really excited to get involved. I am here because Oklahomans who are queer feel under threat, and I want them to know that they are wanted here. They are loved here, they belong here, and we will support them.
Dennis Neal was the first president of OKEQ starting in 1980. He says this has been a long time coming.
So when we first started the hotline in 1980, we would get many calls of suicide ideation and very much concern about being gay in the general community. Fortunately, we've seen a major shift in the 45 years that we've been around, because now most of our information calls are strictly information. Where can I find services? Where can I get community help? And we don't have the number of suicide calls that we used to have. We're a big part of this important community, and we want to be there, and we want to show our support for our city council. Our city council over the years has really transitioned from being hostile to neutral to really very protective of our community. And we want to continue to build on those relationships, because we need all voices there speaking for all of our citizens in all of the capacities that they can.
Neal says he hopes the LGBTQ+ community will show up together again in June for the Pride Proclamation, and then again in October for the Pride Parade and Festival. Live in studio covering news that matters, I'm Paris Rain, Fox 23 News.